What if everything you thought you knew about the Titanic was slightly wrong? New technology has revealed details no human has ever seen before, and the truth is more shocking than any movie. So what really happened on that freezing night in 1912? Let's uncover the reality together. For over 100 years, the story of the Titanic has been told in books, movies, and documentaries. People believed they understood how the great ship sank, but now everything is changing. A new ultra-detailed 3D scan of the wreck has revealed secrets that were hidden deep under the ocean for decades. This is not just another study. This is the most detailed digital reconstruction of the Titanic ever created, and it is helping scientists answer questions that have remained unsolved for more than a century. Before we dive into these discoveries, let's quickly go back to where it all began. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail from Southampton, England, heading toward New York City. It was the largest and most advanced ship of its time. Many people even called it unsinkable. But just 4 days later, on April 14, everything changed. Late at night, the ship struck an iceberg in the cold waters of the North Atlantic Ocean. Within a few hours, the Titanic sank, taking more than 1,500 people with it. It became one of the most tragic disasters in history. For years, the wreck has rested nearly 12,500 feet below the ocean surface. That's deeper than most people can even imagine. The pressure at that depth is extreme. It's like having the weight of thousands of tons pressing down on you at once. No human diver can safely reach that depth using normal equipment. So how did scientists explore it? They used advanced underwater robots. These machines were specially designed to survive the crushing pressure and freezing temperatures of the deep ocean. Over the course of 3 weeks, these robots carefully moved around the wreck, capturing more than 700,000 images and hours of high-quality video. All this data added up to around 16 terabytes. That's an enormous amount of information. To give you an idea, it's many times larger than some of the biggest video games ever created. Every tiny detail of the ship was recorded. Using powerful computers, experts combined these images to create a full 3D model of the Titanic. It's so detailed that you can zoom in and see individual parts of the ship clearly. It's almost like being there in person. And this is where things start to get surprising. One of the biggest discoveries is about the iceberg impact itself. For years, many people believed the iceberg tore a huge hole in the side of the ship. But the scan shows something very different. Instead of one massive tear, the iceberg caused several small punctures along the hull. Each one was about the size of a sheet of paper. That might not sound like much, but these small openings stretched across a large part of the ship. This created a serious problem. The Titanic was designed with watertight compartments. The idea was simple. Even if some parts of the ship filled with water, the others would stay dry and keep the ship floating. It could survive if up to 4 compartments were flooded, but the iceberg damage affected 6 compartments. That was enough to seal the ship's fate. Even more shocking is how quickly it all happened. The iceberg only made contact with the ship for about 6 seconds. Just 6 seconds was enough to cause damage that would lead to one of the most famous disasters in history. The scan also revealed something else that confirms eyewitness stories. Scientists found evidence of a broken window or opening where ice may have entered the ship. Survivors had claimed that pieces of the iceberg actually made their way inside cabins. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to a loud crash, only to see chunks of ice falling into your room. It must have been terrifying. But that's not all. The new scan also gives us a clearer picture of how the Titanic broke apart. Many people remember scenes from movies where the ship rises out of the water and splits in two in a dramatic but almost smooth way. The real event was far more violent. According to the scan, the ship didn't just break cleanly, it was torn apart. Metal twisted, walls collapsed, and entire sections were ripped open. The force was intense. Pipes snapped, wooden structures shattered, and everything was pulled apart in a chaotic and destructive way. It would have been loud, frightening, and completely overwhelming. Another important detail involves the people on board. For years, there have been debates about what really happened during the final moments. Some stories were misunderstood or even changed over time. One example involves First Officer William Murdoch. In some versions of the story, he is shown acting harshly toward passengers. But new findings support a different version. Evidence suggests that he was actually trying to help people escape by lowering lifeboats. New reports from survivors say he died while doing his duty, not harming others. This changes how we remember his role in the disaster. But perhaps the most powerful discovery comes from deep inside the ship, in the boiler room. The scan revealed that one of the steam valves was still open. This small detail tells a very big story. It confirms that the engineers stayed at their posts long after the collision. While chaos was spreading across the ship, these workers continued to keep the power running. They worked for more than 2 hours knowing the danger they were in. Why would they do that? Because keeping the power on helped save lives. The lights allowed passengers to see where they were going. It made it easier to load lifeboats safely. It also made the ship visible to others in the distance. Some survivors even said the lights stayed on until the very end. These engineers likely knew they wouldn't survive, but they chose to stay anyway, helping hundreds of others escape. It's one of the most heroic parts of the Titanic story. The scan didn't just focus on the ship itself. Scientists also explored the area around the wreck. Scattered across the ocean floor, they found personal items that once belonged to passengers. Shoes, watches, coins, combs, small objects that tell human stories. Each item is a reminder of the lives that were lost and the people who were there that night. Some of these objects have been recovered over the years and placed in museums. Others remain where they fell, slowly being covered by the ocean. And time is running out. The Titanic is not going to last forever. The wreck is slowly breaking down. Where the deep sea environment is harsh, cold temperatures, salt water, and tiny organisms are eating away at the metal. Experts believe that in about 40 years, the ship could be almost completely gone. Human activity has also caused damage. Some private dives and visits to the wreck have disturbed parts of it. Even small changes can have a big impact over time. That's why this 3D scan is so important. It acts like a time capsule. Even if the real ship disappears, this digital version will remain. Future generations will be able to explore it, study it, and learn from it. It also helps us understand the truth. For so long, the Titanic story has been shaped by movies and popular culture. While those stories are powerful, they are not always accurate. This scan gives us something better: real evidence. It shows us what truly happened. It reminds us that the disaster was not just about a ship sinking, it was about people. Real people with hopes, dreams, and families. It also shows us how small events can lead to big consequences. A 6-second collision, small holes in a massive ship, tiny decisions that changed everything. And it highlights something else too: human courage. From the engineers in the boiler room to the crew members helping passengers, many people acted bravely in the face of fear. Their actions made a difference. Even now, more than a century later, we are still learning from their story. And thanks to this incredible scan, we are closer than ever to understanding the full truth. The Titanic story is still unfolding, even after more than 100 years. These new discoveries remind us how much there is left to learn. If you found this fascinating, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more amazing stories. There's always something new waiting to be discovered.